Christopher Rouse back at Heinz Hall for a brand new piece. Congratulations with the Pittsburgh Symphony once again. You've been away too long. Good to see you.
Thank you, Jim. Good to be here.
Supplica this time. And this was a commission of the Pittsburgh Symphony.
That's right. Well, and you want to know about it.
I do.
I don't have much to say. Every once in a while, well, I will say that this piece is kind of connected to my Fourth Symphony, which was written right before it. They're not part of the same piece, but they're connected, I think, on an expressive level. And about both, I don't have much to say. It was a piece that I felt impelled to write. I needed to write it when I wrote it. The title, of course, means supplication. In Italian, it sounds better in Italian, I think. And it's a piece for strings and brass. I didn't really need woodwinds or percussion in this, and so why write parts that you don't need? So it's just it's basically a string piece, but the brass do add a bit from time to time.
Supplication. So sometimes we hear the word supplication in a religious context. Is there a spiritual connection here?
Each listener can decide for him or herself what it means to them. It's a very tonal piece. It's about as tonal as I get, and it's quite slow, and there are a few moments of higher levels of dissonance, but for the most part it's very constant and mostly quiet.
You began with the Pittsburgh Symphony in 1983? Leonard SLATKIN conducted one of your pieces?
The Infernal Machine, that's right, that was second millennium.
And we've really enjoyed hearing your music a lot over the years. You were with us as composer in residence.
Yes, and I had a wonderful time. It's such a terrific orchestra, and always a pleasure to be here with them. It has been a while since, I'm not sure when I was last here, but certainly over the years they've played quite a few of my pieces, and it's always been a wonderful experience for me.
And you wrote Rapture for Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Which was very popular and still is.
Well, yes, it still gets quite a lot of performances, so thank you, Pittsburgh Symphony, for commissioning the piece.
Thank you, Christopher Rouse. We took it to New York, Carnegie Hall. Mariss JANSONS conducted it there.
That's right.
It was very successful in New York as well. Well, you mentioned you have an affection for the Pittsburgh Symphony from your time here. What good memories do you have of your time with the orchestra, and what sound do you have in your mind when you think of what Pittsburgh does?
I think they're a wonderfully versatile orchestra. They can play such a wide range of repertoire. They're also pretty fast learners, which is something that can't be said of all American orchestras. I'm not going to name names. And even the ones that maybe aren't such quick learners are still great orchestras when, at the end of the day, they have to perform a piece. But the Pittsburgh Symphony learn new pieces quickly. They play them beautifully. They're a very friendly orchestra to work with, one of the friendliest, I would say, which for a composer matters a great deal. There's nothing worse than coming into an environment where one just feels resented and just huge amounts of hostility. Certainly don't feel that here. So it's always, as I say, always great to work with this orchestra.